What's up, everybody? Celtic Scarecrow here, back with our video to get those 10s and 20 views. Now, if you are like me, you are a really, really big hockey fan, but if you're like me, then your team is most likely not in it. The Penguins failed us. They failed me. They failed you. I might do a video on my reasons why I think the Penguins lost, but I had a different video planned, but of course, no. They had to lose the last game. But today, we are going to be reacting to the one, the only Mr. Urinate Tree, a fellow Pittsburgh Penguins fan. I think that's the only sport the two of us actually agree on. And he has a video called The Hater's Guide to the 2024 NHL Playoffs. Yes, this is coming off of the fact that, games already have been played. But he put this out before this. It's just me reacting to it now. Put the headphones on. They are working. The headphones have an ability to lose their cord. It doesn't turn into Bluetooth. It just stops it from being ripped out with being damaged. So, anyone who watched that stream, there. Also, I will be live Thursday doing the NFL draft in my own unique way. But that's it. That's all I have. Let's get to the video. Well, I was working on the lighting. I looked very pink the last time. So, I'm trying to fix my lighting in my tiny ass room, which I don't have space to really put proper lighting up. So, let's get to it.
Hockey's such a beautiful time. When a grueling 82-game schedule somehow ramps up in intensity. The pride, the passion, the stakes. Things are never greater in the sports world than this. Where legends are made. Where heroes are born. And when humiliation and painful defeat are pastimes. Every year brings six...
Oh, man, you humiliating defeat and you didn't show the clip of Toronto collapsing against the Bruins in Game 7? You've also forgot unsung heroes like Max Talbot. Just throwing it out there.
16 franchises with a chance at immortality. Who takes it this time? This might honestly be the best Stars team I've seen since the turn of the century. That's how loaded they are.
Oh, yeah. Dallas is, right now, my front runners coming out of the West. I know, you have Edmonton, Colorado, Winnipeg, but Dallas, they strive to go deep.
Elite forward skill with strong defensive prowess. Youth, speed, and tenacity at every point of the franchise. A group that can roll four lines without skipping a beat. By the way, there's more on the way featuring Logan Stankoven. And Wyatt Johnston becoming an elite player. For far too long as Dallas lurked in the shadows, flashes of brilliance undone by deep thuds. This has to be the year. No excuses will be had, not even for the DeBoer curse. Vegas is merely the first
DeBoer curse? I don't know what the DeBoer curse is.
Test of many that will come. Mr. Ottinger, it's time to emerge as your true form. We've seen it before. You know this. This campaign has been quite lackluster for your standards. If Dallas is to go far, and they surely can, they will need you at your best.
You know what? I don't hate the neon Dallas Stars jerseys. I do wish they were a little more green than yellow. That's just me, but it's unique to hockey. You don't have a fluorescent bright jersey like that. And I'm glad it's not the whole jersey. It's just stripes on the jersey. If a jersey was that color, ugh.
Then, and only then, can the Great Southern Trendkill commence. Looks like Rick Bonus's message after last April's flop was heard loud and clear.
Oh, they did win Game 1. Winnipeg won Game 1. I have the replay up on the NHL Network going at the moment, so.
Jeff has been...
Did Dallas win Game 1? Or have they not played yet? I'm recording this on Monday, so games need to be played. NHL... Nope. Stars Knights play as of recording tonight. So I can't say anything about that game.
Been separated from the wheat. Powerful two-headed monster in net is cocooned by quality structure in front and a balanced attack. Both the resolve and general vibe between this year and last are night and day. There's actually some pushback this time around. Tends to happen when you finish the season as hot as they did. Ironically, after a brutal cold streak, so you tell me. Middling special teams mask a quality 5-on-5, but regardless of others, this team lives and dies by Hellebuck. How potent he's been, I suspect they'll be doing some living along with their quality forward core. Where's Comes to worst, Winnipeg will just laugh at the Kings for taking on their Dubois lemon. The pieces are in place. It's been ages since a deep run here.
Yeah, I have Colorado winning this series just right before he gets to whatever he says about the Colorado. That team is at least getting past round one. I don't see how they don't.
Feels like a bit of the luster has been taken off Colorado's exterior. Don't get me wrong, they're still an excellent franchise with talents rivaling the gods, but they've been flying under the radar this year. It might be for the best considering they can destroy people with their offensive prowess. Or destroy themselves with the injury bug or their skid to end the year. It's a grueling road for them up ahead. With questions in net in depth, there won't be any breaks. Their opponent in the first round? A team that just scored a damn touchdown against them last week. Nathan McKinnon's good.
No, they scored another touchdown against them this week. The only difference is they also gave up a touchdown, but Winnipeg got the extra point. Like game 1, 6-7. So can they keep up that firepower against a team that can score?
Good, but he ain't that good. Things are murky indeed, despite their power. There are grumblings, however. Murmurs from the deep. Legends say that the captain could rise from the dead and make a potential return to lead the charge against his many enemies. It's a fantastic pipe dream, but honestly, you need them at this time of year.
Also, just to point out, Mr. Urinated Tree, why did you not do it in order of matchups? Like you did Dallas, then went to the Winnipeg, Colorado series. You should have done Dallas and then Vegas. Round one matchups talking against each other, right, one after another. But you have way more subscribers, so yeah, I'm going to let you do your thing. But that's just me throwing it out there.
You need all of them you can get. Title defense.
Yeah, see. Should have flipped this one with the Winnipeg.
This are a strange thing. Still have memories of glory fresh in your mind, yet it never satisfies. It's merely a temporary high. The drug that needs to be procured for the sake of addiction. Winning is potent. Their enemies eager to knock them off their perches even more so. Vegas is now the prime target in this endeavor. It hasn't been the easiest of years for them. Dreaded injuries have taken out plenty of their weapons, including Mark Stone. A violent roller coaster ride, despite the reloading and survival instincts. That February skid? Not good, boys. But that's what they want us to think. Everyone knows that shenanigans are afoot. The alleged cheating is rampant down there.
Oh yeah, the whole hey look we're under the salary cap because these guys are out, but guess what? Oh, they're back. There's no salary cap in the playoffs. We're good. Tampa strict.
They're not breaking any rules, but goddammit, it's a travesty. It's only a matter of time before the rug is pulled from under everyone because they allow players to properly rest. Oh, would you look at that? Mark Stone is practicing with the team again. This will totally be responded to by the hockey public with complete acceptance and understanding. Absolutely no anger whatsoever.
Pretty sure Tampa knows the anger that's coming. But yeah, why didn't you put Dallas with what the Knights right out the rep? Yeah, I have Dallas in that series. I like them going deep. This one, I think. What's it? Yeah. Vancouver won game 1 against the Preds. Yeah, they should win this series. Like Preds are a tough out, but Vancouver should win this first series.
The winner of how the hell did this team get?
Also, if you're wondering about the horns, that's actually each team's goal horn that he is playing. Little small cool caveat to that.
So good this year is Vancouver. There was always at least one. Philly was close, but then they fell apart at the last moment. The Canucks have kind of tapered off as well, but that's more or less because their bottom six isn't scoring at a 20% clip. That and the Thatcher Demko injury robbed them of their full power. Not to imply they become easy fodder in the postseason, absolutely not. They're loaded top six in Demko, they're always a threat. But did they blow their load too early? Especially since Demko's injury, Vancouver's been more of a mediocre team as of late instead of a contender. I know it's been a while for the...
Why do you keep showing people scoring on us? I don't like this. Makes me miss Penguins hockey.
Canucks since they've been here, but you can't show weakness. Even wildcard teams can pounce on it. They should know that pain well.
Oh, so you didn't put the Preds here. They're playing the Preds. Edmonton versus the Kings. That actually is going to be a fun series. Like, that's going to be one of those tough ones. I'm doing the Kings just because to piss off the McDavid fan base.
Remember laughing at them back in October? I certainly do. It was a shit show for the ages. One involving some of the worst.
We're Penguins fans, dude. We've seen the shit show. The Penguins have been consistent as my gaming channels.
Worst goaltending in the league and a coach's head.
Which should be back. I should be playing something on either Twitch or Kick tonight. Twitch and Kick tonight.
Impaled on a pike. The rotting of Connor and Leon was very real indeed. So real that it retrofitted itself into a thriving beast, terrorizing all those around them. They might be the best performing unit in hockey if you exclude their god-awful starts. Yet their quandary is the same one as before. Are they merely regular season paper tigers or lions of April and May? Trends tell us that they're to be treated with skepticism until proven otherwise, but I keep falling for the baits. Look at everything on paper. Team depth and defense are stronger. The high-end talent's incredible. Connor McDavid hit the century mark in assists. Zach Hyman got over 50 goals. Wait, really? I want to believe, damn it!
Yeah, but goaltending, and this is the modern version of the Capital teams from about, '08 to about 2017. Where, hey, look how many points they're scoring and goals, and why are they getting knocked out round one?
Will I ever learn? It depends. Main concern, does the goaltending hold up? Stuart Skinner's held firm, but visions of last year's postseason dud are still strong. It's time to stop teasing, Oilers. Get it done.
No, don't get it done. I like watching McDavid's failures.
Waiting for you to take that next step, Kings. Been in this budding phase for about 3 years now. We need to see more. Quentin Byfield's emerged. Have 4 complete lines. The midseason coaching change
I don't like the silver top helmets. I don't.
Did wonders for them. Best time to do something is now, you know. You have talent. Is it enough to get past one of the hottest teams in hockey? I don't know. That's the problem I have with the Kings. Their plans haven't come to full fruition. Samplings of an elite offense have been given, but haven't truly come around. Flashes of brilliance followed by an entire month where the team shuts down. I'm a cynic. Sue me. It's just a hunch I have about them. Been harping about their goalie tandem for months and I feel like I'm Chicken Little over here. Sky isn't falling, Tree. They've been a solid unit. They're playing behind the 1-3-1, the epitome of a short-term jolt. Even then, I just can't trust them.
Yeah, that's the issue with that series. You can't trust either team. Like I said, Edmonton just reminds me way too much of Washington. And the Kings, they're the Flyers. Take it for where you want it.
Congratulations on your blessing, Kings fans. Oh, the steady automobile that can take you wherever you please. Relax in the faux leather seats as the
God, those are hideous yellow jerseys, but they are their hideous yellow jerseys. And they're different. And I like different.
Automatic transmission hums like a bird. A sturdy powertrain offers a dynamic, smooth ride. No frills, but plenty of features to make the drive comfortable. Presenting hockey's Honda Accord. An unsung group that lacks the sexy aspects of their brethren, but is as...
And they bet you they have brimstone tires on there. Don't get the reference? I think you look it up.
Dependable and efficient as can be. Did you expect anything less from a Barry Trotz unit? Molded in his image like a statue sculpted from steel. Not gold or marble, that's not practical. The only real thing you can wish for from this team is more power. The playoffs are an endurance run, and Hondas are good for that. But what about the teams they'll have to drag race? They have a weapon there as well. Soros is back to form. If he can keep it up, the Preds have the potential to steal a series or two. It's a big ask, but if there's any team he can keep it up,
would you at least...
The Preds have the potential to steal a series or two. It's a big ask, but if there's any team that can do it, it's these guys.
Save time and money.
Commercial. Yeah, no. I like Nashville, but they are just playing the wrong team. They're playing the Canucks. The Canucks are them and better. That's the issue with that series. It's just they are the better version of Nashville. All right, now over to the East, where I know way more about because the Penguins were there. See, the Panthers are playing. Ooh, Tampa. And I believe they took game 1. Yep, Panthers took game 1. Yeah, I have Panthers win this series in about 5. I think Tampa's not Tampa, but they used to be. They were aflame.
The hunger continues, getting just close enough to
Battle of Florida.
smell the sterling silver from Lord Stanley's chalice is enough to make a man go mad. Florida knows the chances to get there are fleeting, and the element of surprise attack is no longer an option, which is why it's intriguing to me that they become a suffocating defensive unit. Like the spider, they wait for their prey to fall into their trap. Then they feast. It's usually in the form of Sam Reinhart or Matthew Tkachuk. Having to tweak their depth hasn't made them skip a beat, and a repeat performance is the goal. You know what they say, though? Making it to a cup final is hard. Making it back there is harder. More wear and tear on the body from the previous run. More reasons to slip up in the grand scheme of the dance. Reality is often disappointing. Maybe they're the exception?
See, again, he's not putting the teams together. I see. They're playing the Tampa Bay Lightning. Yeah, I have them. Boston. My issue with Boston, and my dad's a diehard Bruins fan, me and him talk about this all the time. He says if last year's team could get done, hard to see this year's team get done. Boston doesn't have depth. You know, they have a great top line. They have an okay second line. From there on, drops. Defense, strong. Goaltending, strong. Can they get it done?
2019 Virginia, 2020 Lightning, 2011 Bruins. What do they have in common? They were redemptions of some of the greatest meme teams in recent history. It's a depressing reality for those of us who relish in them, but Boston will get another chance to do so. After whatever the fuck last April was, they'll take any success they can get. And
luckily, they're playing Toronto, who are the Dallas Cowboys of the hockey world, if you are a football fan and not a hockey fan. Also, if you never watched playoff hockey and you never watched hockey and want to get into it, watch playoff hockey. It's the best sporting you'll ever watch.
Not only have they succeeded, they've thrived under the best goalie tandem in hockey and an overall composed unit of quality. The only thing I've never understood is how they're doing this with a gutted center core. The best one's Pavel Zacha. Might explain why they lost the division this
I feel like Coyle's been a solid player
past week. If it's possible, there's even more pressure on them. Memes can be set in stone if failure is consistent. Considering their yearning for Bergeron and the traditional brutal Atlantic, I don't care about tradition, it may be a repeat performance. I think a certain part of Canada will relish in that failing again. Perhaps the entirety of their division celebrates alongside.
Yeah, they took game 1 in solid fashion. They won, did you get back to that? 5-1. Toronto, they don't have nothing on Boston besides their bottom half of the line is slightly better.
Welcome to the Eastern Conference's version of the Oilers, where high-end
Dallas Cowboys, come on. You're friends with Scooter. You're part of that clickbait sports with them. Come on, make fun of them.
Talent reigns supreme. Is the defense spotty? Doesn't matter when Austin Matthews scores about 70 goals. The goalies are hit or miss in one of the least talented tandems remaining. Here come Mitch Marner and William Nylander to fuck you up.
That's their goalie tandem? Christ, I didn't even know who they were.
Play an awful period due to set issues? Boring. The talent of Toronto will make that up in about 5 minutes.
They scored 1 goal last game against probably the best goalie in the league going. I'll put my money on that.
And I might be underestimating them. They score goals like nobody's business. Their power play, deadly. Their celebration of boy wonder Kyle Dubas eating shit in Pittsburgh, insufferable. And that's how
he built that team. I'm giving him patience.
How Toronto likes it. Preferably with a healthy dose of skill and flash. There's revenge to be had against their landlord. No opponent will be spared. The families will mourn what was lost. No lead is safe. Dead serious, Toronto's games are cardiac. Doesn't matter if they're behind or leading by 3, it's in grave danger. Don't watch this team if you have high blood pressure.
Or you are, oh, Christ, I know the guy's name. Oh, crap, I follow him too. Steve Dangles. There it is. Steve Dangles. Yeah, go watch one of Steve Dangles videos. He has to have a Boston Game 1 reaction. Ooh. Yeah, go watch Steve Dangles. Find him, YouTube him. I'm going to link the video to his Leafs fans reaction Game 1 in the description.
I'll find a way to raise it no matter what happens. The waves of time are unforgiving. You beg
I have Boston in that series. Go probably 6.
and plead for more life and moments in the sun. You want to bask in that glory forevermore, yet the tide will rise and wash you away all the same.
Yeah, you can't tell if they're... Right there. Who's who? Which one's the Leafs? Which one's Tampa? They're the same jerseys. Just a different logo in the middle.
It does not care for sentimentality. All you can do is brace for impact. Probably from Nikita Kucherov doing an impressive carry job for the franchise. The finest power play merchants in the land. From Stamkos' corner office to Kucherov's demolition crew. Too bad you can't do that for 60 minutes. Things are going to be quite the challenge this time. Despite their round of form, they'll be without key pieces in the lineup, mainly Sergachev. 5-on-5, their reliability. If Vasilevsky isn't on point, it's going to be a long, painful road. Kind of like the buyer's remorse from the Jeannot trade. Unless they pull old magic out of their ass, they reek of an early exit. Then again, every team has a chance in the playoffs, don't they? The Battle of Florida always leads to inspiring hockey.
Yeah, I said earlier, I have Florida win that one. And this series, the last series of round 1, the Rangers versus Caps. I got the Rangers. I hate to say this, and it could be a sweep. Honestly, the Caps don't scare me at all offensively. You shut down Ovechkin, it's that. I do think the Rangers are saying a sigh of relief that Pittsburgh did not get in.
The world is yours. Or so they say. In New York, there's no time for sleep. Not when there's everything to prove. Especially after last year. No quit in New York? Prove it. Prove that your horses don't vanish in critical moments. Prove that you can properly support Shesty playing out of his mind. Prove that our
God, imagine that goalie in Pittsburgh.
skepticism, despite their impeccable record, is wrong. Loaded to the core with youth, speed, skill, and power, ready to punch your face off Matthew Rempe style. Somehow not really at even strength, but still formidable. The pressure's up to max levels now. Without Filipino, it'll be even tougher. But that may not even be the greatest obstacle they face. It's not even the opponents that want to shock the world. Unfortunately for the Rags, they've been stricken with a devastating hex. They have equipped the President's Trophy.
Oh. Yeah, go look up the last time the President's Trophy actually won the Stanley Cup. Yeah, it's pretty much been a curse.
That are in its proximity trigger certain death. In what
And surprisingly, a first-round exit.
way will be up to the beholder. And it's usually an agonizing fashion. Just ask Boston. So in what...
Yeah, the Hurricanes. Are they playing again? Oh, Hurricanes Islanders. That series is going 7.
devastating, chaotic fashion will the Hurricanes bow out of the playoffs this time? There's one
Ooh, I'm going to Ottawa. 09 Ottawa style. Overtime, Game 7 at home.
thing they're good for is throwing their fan base into a perennial Iron Maiden. No matter what talents they have on the roster, no matter momentum, opponent, or so-called easy road to the final, Carolina turns to stone at the worst moments.
It's like the Panthers.
And most of it's in a valiant effort.
Okay, it's not like the Panthers. I'm talking about the Carolina Panthers.
Sisyphus with the boulder indeed. Perhaps this is the year it stays at the top? Those special teams units they have are the best by a wide margin. Every player in their lineup a special one. And now add Gensel and Kuznetsov to it.
Yeah, he wants to stay. He wants to stay, but we need to get younger. It's a trade that's going to take a year or two to see if it panned out.
I'm going to be as clear as possible. This is the year. There are a shit ton of key decisions to make in the offseason, and they went all in for the first time in about an age. Even their god-awful goaltending situation got rectified from Freddie rising from the infirmary. On paper, one of the mightiest contenders. One that has everything to play for. An absolute devastation if they come up short again. The window's wide open. Let it fly.
Well, I wouldn't say their window's open. I think their window is surprisingly like short. The Islanders, I think the winner of this series could be the who goes to the Stanley Cup.
You're not dead? Holy shit, that's honestly impressive. Considering how god-awful everything was to start the year, the shit show on display at all angles, I was assuming they'd blow it like a third-period lead. Though they would have in the Lane Lambert days. After they told him to hit the road, in comes Patrick Waugh to strike the fear of God into these men. It worked. The Isles are back to being the Isles. An unsung, balanced unit that molds into a hockey...
Every time it's Tree, man, you could not have just clipped all the, Penguins' bad plays out. Man.
Voltron. At the head is the pair of artists in between the crease.
Okay, I don't mind the ones where we get stuffed on a good save, but bad goal scorers, come on, man.
Sorokin's pretty good at painting saves, isn't he? Fleshed from the carcass of many before them, Long Island's playing with house money. The greatest strength in the playoffs. Isles fans are stunned shitless, but consider it like Jon Snow after being stabbed by the Watch. Revived by magical spirits to exact revenge on his enemies. And then...
What Pittsburgh should have fucking been.
Is most likely killed again thanks to their god-awful penalty kill. Maybe they cause Carolina to melt down? That'd be hilarious. Get the Make-A-Wish kid.
God, what? They need a new horn. That one, god-awful.
In the playoff bracket. Team that has suffered ailment after ailment after ailment. And
they still got in instead of us.
An old core devastated by Ovi's ice-cold start to Nicholas Backstrom's departure to Oshie's decline to Kuznetsov flying away like his talent did. Injuries...
Cocaine Eagle. If you don't get that joke, look it up.
Battering them at every turn while piecing things together with...
Kuznetsov.
With scotch tape. Sold off whatever they could at the trade deadline. A catastrophic losing streak that nearly took them out of the dance entirely. The worst goal differential for a team in the playoffs since the days of the Soviet Union.
And they can thank the Flyers for getting them in.
They have no right to be here. But in a testament to how pathetic this race had become, they snuck in through the back door. When it comes to one goal...
The Flyers let them in.
Goal games, allow me to use a phrase I reserve for a certain football team. The bullshit is real. Ovi found secret magical powers to do his best 2007 LeBron impression. His team depth is surprisingly good. Charlie Lindgren's out here using the power of friendship to stop every single thing in his path.
Surprisingly, he's playing the Rangers, who they're playing against. His brother is a defenseman. So you got brother and brother, and he says it might kill him if his brother scores on him. The
Caps should be thoroughly crushed in every sense of the word. That means they're somehow beating the Rangers, aren't they? I now want this to happen.
Yeah, I would take that.
As you can see, there are an endless amount of teams that have a legitimate claim at a championship. And the Capitals. We'll somehow outperform them all because that's how the playoffs go. But in terms of an actual prediction, who to jinx? I know a lot of you are fearing.
My jinx right now is Carolina versus Dallas with the Stars winning.
It, but accept your death with bravery and honor. There is no shame in moving on to the next season of life. For those of you in Dallas and Carolina, prepare yourselves accordingly. Your runs will probably be cut short.
Oh god, is he gonna pick the same pick I did? Okay, right now. Stars in 6.
I'm so sorry.
Now it's 5-on-5. McDermott and Rempe exchanging blows.
Oh, that's the end of this video. He didn't actually make the next prediction.
Everybody has gloves off at the Garden.
Yeah, good hockey fight. But yeah, no, I agree with a lot of what he just said. Like, some of those teams out there, I just have, somewhat personal hatred for. Or players. I really hate when you see someone like, he's the next generation, he's the face of, dude, you still got Crosby and Ovechkin doing Crosby-Ovechkin things out there. You're going to skip Pastrnak and just skip over him? Okay. But yeah, no, I'm going with Stars winning in 6 over Carolina. That's it. That's all I have. Please tell me your hockey predictions down low. Please join me on Twitch or Kick. I need to re-add the Kick logo because they have a thing that they can stream on both. I plan on doing that more. But that's it. That's all I have. I'll see you weird people either on one of those 2 sites or Thursday for the NFL Live Draft.